Well, it's a perfect segue, guys, to Elliott's Week 7 power rankings because they are finally out, and lo and behold, look at that. The Patriots,
let me get my notes.
Still atop the pack. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers hot on their heels, however. But the one big surprise has to be Carolina. They've been solid all season long. Cam Newton looking to elevate himself to elite status. The Steelers, wow, they've had a little adversity, but they've managed to stay in the pack. They're in the top 10. The Vikings, pretty much holding down the back end of that. But the real surprise that we said is that number 4 team, the Carolina Panthers. If you look at them, they're as good as it gets right now, Elliott. Why do you have them jumping up to 4?
Well, I mean, they hadn't played anybody coming into the Seattle game. You go up to Seattle, and, yeah, maybe Seattle's not the same team, but Seattle's hardly lost any games up there at all. They lost to Dallas last year. They lost to Arizona the year before that. But Seattle's been almost unbeatable at home in the Russell Wilson era, which goes back to 2012. So you got to give Carolina credit. Sure. That's a big move when you're already 7 to go up 3 spots. And then TD gave me a little bit of change of heart on the Cardinals. I know before I published the power rankings, he talked to me in the meeting.
Where did you have them?
In a somewhat condescending manner.
Where did you have them, by the way?
Put them
under the bus there.
I had the Cards at 7, and I decided to move them to 9 for a couple reasons. One, Jets were incredibly impressive, I thought, in their win. And 2, there is a chance Ben Roethlisberger can come back. If Ben Roethlisberger can come back this week at Arrowhead for the Steelers, then they are a stronger team. Plus, they just beat the Cardinals.
I just want to ask the question. So a loss is equivalent to a ugly win because you dropped the Falcons 1 spot and you dropped the Broncos 1 spot, and they won, and they're undefeated.
Yes.
It's the same?
I understand where you're coming from. The problem is that there was a clear break between the top 6 teams and the next batch of teams. So sometimes you don't see teams drop as much as you'd like for them to drop. It really depends on what do the other teams do around you. For example, if every team around you in the rankings wins and you lose, you're going to drop more than if people struggle around you.
I get that.
Yeah, and Denver did not look good. I'm sorry. Let's be honest, man.